Morning, everybody. Welcome to my Sunday morning live. I got a ton of books to show off today. I think I got 20 boxes, so it's going to might be kind of a long video. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And I am hooked up to my Wi-Fi, so hopefully the video quality this week is a little better than last week. All right, got my scissors and my knife, so let's get right to it. Apparently, I have been buying a lot of books over the last week. I think this will be a regular Sunday morning thing. I was doing it Monday night, but Sunday morning works a little better for me. All right, see what we got. We got Youth and the Church. We have Selected Orations and Letters of Cicero. Sunshine by Maddie O. Hildreth. Is that just a book of poems, 1925. This is only volume 2 of The Little Minister, but I like the binding on that one. Very unique how they did the design on the spine and the front and back cover. The little flowers. Scientific American Encyclopedia of Formulas. That's a cool one. Title page. There we go. Copyright 1923. And this one has stuff on, what do we got? We got agriculture, alloys, beverages, cements, bleaching, coloring of metals, dyeing, electrometallurgy, glass, heat treatment of metals, household formulas, ice cream, confectionery and chewing gum, insecticides, lapidary art, leather, lubricants, paints, photography, preserving and canning, rubber, soap and candles, soldering, toilet preparations and perfumes, water proofing and fireproofing, and writing materials. Everything you need to know. There we go. Preserving, eggs, meat, etc. We got coffees. We got recipes for eggs. Oh, all kinds of recipes on how to preserve your eggs. Very cool. This box is just a bunch of random stuff. What do we got? We got food and cookery for the sick and convalescent. There's kind of a neat cookbook by Fannie Merritt Farmer, published in 1915. Got the nurse taking care of the baby. Pan-boiled beef cakes. Broiled lamb chops, pan-broiled French chop. I always enjoy selling cookbooks. Oh, we got apple velvet cream, coffee Bavarian cream, princess pudding, lemon cream sorbet, orange ice, grapefruit ice, frozen punch, and French pudding. Nice old cookbook. I like that one. Most of these will probably be up out here on eBay probably in about 2 weeks. eBay seller Animal at 52. We got the Women's Institute Library of Dressmaking. This is just an odd volume. I think this probably would have been like an 8 or 10 volume set. This one covers textiles, laces, embroidery, shopping hints, mending, household sewing, trade, and sewing terms. Very cool. Next, we have Handbook of Diseases of the Rectum. Interesting topic. In Troubadour Land. Really pretty binding. Looks like it was ex-library. Ramble in Provence and Languedoc by S. Baring Gould, 1891. Again, nice, pretty binding on that one. Creative Chemistry. Creative Chemistry descriptive of recent achievements in the chemical industry. That one's copyright 1919, so World War II era book on chemistry. We have Morals and Dogma, book on Freemasonry. Morals and Dogma of the Ancient and Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. See the date on this one. That is February 1921. A little bit of staining on the cover, but otherwise a nice, clean copy. The early days of Christianity. Beginnings of agriculture is kind of beat up copy. I'll probably put this one in the bookstore here for cheap. Woman and the New Race by Margaret Sanger. The Child's Bible, just a cool old children's religious book, illustrated. Nice color frontispiece on that one. Looks like this one has some nice color illustrations. The World and Its God. Taipei by Herman Melville. Nice little copy. Symbolism of the Third Degree, another Freemasonry book. This is just part one. I think I only got part one in this purchase. Life Chords. Looks like an old songbook. Published in 1880. Oh, looks like just a cool book of poetry. Nicely illustrated. Pretty binding on that one. Life of Martin Luther. Handyman's Workshop and Laboratory. Another cool old science and mechanic book. 1910. Chapter 1. Fitting a Workshop. Chapter 2. Shop Kinks. The Soldering of Metals. The Handyman in the Factory. The Handyman's Experimental Laboratory. The Handyman's Electrical Laboratory. The Handyman About the House. The Handy Sportsman. And Model Toy Flying Machines. Very cool. Looks like this one is nicely illustrated as well. Cool book. I don't think I've seen that one before. Diseases of Cattle. Nice USDA. Farming book. Suggestive Lives and Thoughts. Looks like we got some loose pages in there. Suggestive Lives and Thoughts, or Brief Studies, Literary, Biographical, and Religious by Edwin Hoddard, 1898. Score by Innings. Oh, there we go. Baseball Stories by Charles E. Van Loan. Introduction by Grantland Rice. That one's published in 1919. Cool book of baseball stories. Johnson's First Aid Manual. See when this one is from. Illustrated, 9th revised edition, copyright 1925. Tyson's Practice of Medicine, Volume 1. This one covers infectious diseases, the digestive system, and the respiratory system. Deeper Experiences of Famous Christians. Memoirs and Secret Confessions of Madame du Barry. That's Volume 1. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, there's Volume 2. Volume 1 and 2. The Meaning of Methodism. Behind the Scenes. I'm not sure what this one's about. Behind the Scenes, or 30 Years a Slave and 4 Years in the White House by Elizabeth Keckley. published in 1868. Looks like it has a modern library binding on it. Verse Fancies by Jean Mitchell Lawrence, published in 1927. Lucretius on the Nature of Things, cool book on ancient philosophy. Church Manual designed for the use of Baptist churches, copyright 1867. People's Life of Christ. The Wind and the Willows by Kenneth Graham. Cool little mouse reading a book there on the front cover. I like that one. Another cookbook, Marion Harlan's Complete Cookbook. Check out that turkey. Marion Harlan's Complete Cookbook. That one's copyright 1906. Not the best condition, but I'm sure it was a well-loved cookbook by its previous owner. Ancient Monarchies by George Rawlinson, Volume 3. Just an odd volume of ancient history. The Right to Be Well-Born. Red God's Call. Oh, that one has a dust jacket with a nice plain cover underneath. But I like the red dust jacket on that one. And last one for that box, The Good Soldier by Ford Madox Ford. All right, on to the next one. I think this box came from that same seller. Castles and Historic Homes of the Border. Apostolic Fathers of the 2nd Century. Shepherd of the Hills by Harold Bell Wright. I sell a lot of Harold Bell Wright here in the store, so that one will go in the store. The rest, like I said, will probably be up on eBay here in about 2 weeks. Life and Epistles of St. Paul. Days of Heaven upon Earth. Biography of the World's Greatest Divine, Reverend Charles H. Spurgeon. That one is published in 1892. Looks like it is illustrated as well. Safe Counsels, Searchlight. Spanish Tales for Beginners. The Spirits in Prison. That one's kind of cool. The Spirits in Prison and Other Studies on Life After Death by E.H. Plumtree, 1893. Kind of a cool book about the soul and purgatory, I would assume. Prayers for the Dead. Conditional Immortality. The Teaching of Bishop Butler as to the Life After Death. Correspondence with a Roman Catholic Priest. The Word Eternal. The Damnatory Clauses of the Athanasian Creed. The Activities of the Intermediate State. Very cool book on what happens to your soul after death. The Old Regime, Court, Salons, and Theaters. Border Beagles, A Tale of the Mississippi, Volume 1, 1840. Just an odd volume, but that's okay. Hopefully someone's looking for just volume 1. Founders and Rulers of United Israel. The Edinburgh Lectures on Mental Science. The Edinburgh Lectures on Mental Science by Thomas Troward. Published in 1909. See, the spirit and matter, the higher mode of intelligent controls, and the lower, the unity of the spirit, subjective and objective mind. Further considerations regarding subjective and objective mind, the law of growth, receptivity, reciprocal action of the universal and individual minds, the causes and conditions, intuition, healing the will, in touch with subconscious mind, the body, the soul, the spirit. Cool book on psychology. Herodotus, or however you say that, volume 4. Cool book on ancient history. Messages and documents in the Department of State, 1865 to 1866. I presume this one has some, let's see, papers relating to foreign affairs, part 1. So I'm sure this one has some cool Civil War contents in that one. Timber. Last one for this box. Home Again with Me. I suppose I should turn off my notifications so they're not buzzing all video. Whoop, let me see if I can move this. There we go. Gone. Okay. Home Again with Me, James Whitcomb Riley. Let me restack this pile that tipped over quick. All right. I better hustle, otherwise this is going to end up being a 3-hour video. All right, we got The Castle Rack Rent and The Absentee by Maria Edgeworth. Again, really fantastically designed binding on this one. It was designed by Albert Angus Turbain. There's his AAT signature right there, hidden in all his bindings. He was the one that designed some of the fancy Jane Austen covers. And his work is just the best. This one's really, really awesome condition. This one came from Distinctive Books. You can find them on eBay and Amazon, or not eBay. Yes, you can find them on eBay and Instagram, Distinctive Books. Got the beautiful peacock end papers. Castle Rack Rent and The Absentee by Maria Edgeworth, illustrated by Chris Hammond, published in 1895. And again, the binding on that one is just as good as you're going to get for Victorian fine bindings. One of the best. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Feel free to throw some comments down there if you have any questions. Hit the like button. All that fun stuff. Ooh, we got Halloween. This is part of the Our American Holidays series. And I I forget. There's Christmas, Easter, 4th of July, Independence Day, Flag Day, George Washington's birthday, Halloween, and I know I'm missing a few other ones. And all of these, almost like a vast majority of them that I've seen, all have library markings. So I don't know if this series went straight to the schools and libraries or how exactly it worked out. Halloween, its origin, spirit, celebration, significance as related in prose and verse, together with Halloween stories, plays, pantomimes, and suggestions for games, stunts, parties, feasts, and decorations, compiled and edited by Robert Haven Schaufler, published in 1943. Oh, how to make caramel popcorn. Very cool. When you entertain. If you're having a good old-fashioned Halloween party, we suggest summoning your friends with jack-o'-lantern cutouts, the stem of which pulls out, revealing the invitation. And for eerie decorative effects, try hanging gray crepe paper moss from tree branches placed in dark corners. Amusing signs may also be had to help along the atmospheric background of your party. How to throw a top-notch Halloween party circa 1943. I'm attempting to put together a couple different sets of those. I think the Halloween and Christmas ones are probably the most expensive of those. Usually they will cost you $20 to $40. Some of the titles aren't quite as exciting. This one, I think this one's kind of hard to find, and I just like the cover design. It's really wonky. What is it? The Wisdom of the Foolish and the Folly of the Wise by Minna Thomas Antrim. And I don't think I've ever seen. Have any of you ever seen a cover quite like this? It is just completely bonkers and unique. I really like that one. Oh, check out the end papers. You got the fly caught in a spider web. Yikes. The Wisdom of the Foolish and the Folly of the Wise by Minna Thomas Antrim. 1903. Again, if any of you have ever seen, like, I don't know if this was a series of bindings or what, but I have never seen this book before. It's very interesting and unique. Oh, that one's upside down. I suppose it would help if I showed you the front cover. The Household Guide or Home Remedies and Home Treatment for All Diseases in Man and Beast, a manual of domestic information for all classes, and a complete encyclopedia of family recipes and celebrated prescriptions by E.B. Davis, M.D., and Professor B.G. Jeffers, M.D., Ph.D., second edition, 1891. You got a cool little anatomy illustration there. How to Live, featuring Benjamin Franklin. Cheerfulness. Oh, practical hints for emergencies. How to cure a headache. Let's see. Home treatment. Look for the cause and remove it if possible. Regulate the diet and keep the bowels in good condition. Plenty of outdoor exercise with freedom from care will prevent the attacks. For a throbbing headache with flushed face, apply cold water or ice bag to the head. How to ascertain the state of the lungs. How to get rid of and keep rid of bed bugs. A complete etiquette in a few practical rules. How to kill burdock, yellow burdock, bull thistles, and other large noxious weeds. How to tell a good watermelon. Okay. What do? You got a knock on it, or do you check the unripe spot, or what do you do? How to keep green corn with salt. Okay. How to can all kinds of fruits. Practical rules for feeding, or for keeping, feeding, doctoring, and training horses. tell you this book has it all. How to cure colic in horses. How to destroy currant and gooseberry worms. How to kill orchard caterpillars. How to cure the itch. Feeding babies. How to check vomiting, neuralgia, another remedy. Home remedies and treatments of all diseases. The sponge bath, the foot bath. How to take care of the feet. That one just has it all. I like that one. Everything you need to know. All right, we got an Odd History of Nations, Ancient Empires volume. The Economic History of the U.S. and Call the Wild by Jack London. Looks like that one has a little condition issue. Oh, lots of condition issues on that one. All right, The Story of Cuba, Her Struggles for Liberty. The Story of Cuba, Her Struggles for Liberty, The Cause, Crisis, and Destiny of the Parlor of the Antilles by Murat Halstead. That one is copyright 1898. Has tons and tons of illustrations. Nice condition as well. Outlines of Psychology. Outlines of Psychology based upon the result of experimental investigation by Oswald Kolp. Translated by Edward Bradford Titchener. 1895, cool old book on psychology. Eyesight, Good and Bad. Cool book on ophthalmology. Eyesight, Good and Bad, a treatise on the exercise and preservation of vision by Robert Bradanel Gardner, 1880. Elements of Therapeutics, another cool medical book. Elements of Therapeutics, a clinical guide to the action of medicine by Dr. C. Binns, 1878. And last one, we have Medical Chemistry. Medical Chemistry, including the outlines of organic and physiological, there you go, chemistry by C. Gilbert Wheeler, 1880. I don't know why I had so much difficulty saying that word. Cool book on medical chemistry. There we go, made it into the box. Now we got to get into the bubble wrap, and then we got to get through some paper. And hopefully there's no more layers underneath that. There we go, we made it. We made it. Under Egypt Skies. Really beautiful leather book here. Beautiful silk end papers. Check out the details inside the cover. Under Egypt Skies by Lydia Ethel F. Painter. There's a frontispiece of her. Copyright 1910. Beautiful illustrations in this one. Just a very, very high quality book with a nice leather binding. Very nice. Here we go. Got a nice, check out the embossing on that cover. Some really chunky embossed details on these covers. Got the cool giraffe. Looks like we've got a few loose pages. But we got the Animal Kingdom, its varieties and oddities, comprising graphic descriptions of nearly all known species of beasts, birds, fishes, insects, reptiles, mollusk, animal of the world all over, and illustrating their varied habits, modes of life, and distinguished peculiarities by means of delightful anecdotes and spirited engravings by Reverend W. Bingley. Over 1,000 illustrations. Crazy. Over 1,000 illustrations in this one. And that one is copyright 1877. Show you some of the cool illustrations. Again, over 1,000 illustrations. So very, very, very highly illustrated. Isn't that crazy? Over 1,000 illustrations in this book. Let's see how many pages. Let's see. Looks like a little over 1,100 pages. So that's an average of almost one illustration per page. And again, very, very cool binding. Let me see if I can check out how chunky that embossing is on the covers. Pretty crazy. That's a cool one. I haven't had a copy of that one in, gosh, several years. Kind of a tough one to find in good condition. And that one's probably slightly better than average. It has some loose pages, but at least the binding is, or the cover and spine are fairly well intact. Appreciate that. Gosh, I think these books could have made it through a hurricane. Again, I hope everyone has a great Mother's Day. Gonna go spend some time with family here later this afternoon. Oh my goodness, holy buckets. Please don't be another layer underneath this. Oh, we made it, we made it. What do we got? The Secret of the Skeleton Island. The Black Thumb Mystery. Blondie. Dakewood's Adventure in Magic. That one's kind of cool. The cat, or not the cat, the Rabbit in the Hat. Kind of a cool dust jacket on that one. got a Horatio Alger Jr. I think I have some Alger Jr. up on eBay in the next couple days. We got one odd Hardy's Boy. What do we got? This is number 29, The Secret of the Lost Tunnel. Let's see what's in this bundle. Holy buckets. All right, we made it. The History of Edward W. Kingsley, post number 113, The Grand Army of the Republic. Cool Gar Civil War Veterans book. The History of the Edward W. Kingsley, post number 113, compiled by Comrade Bowdoin S. Parker, 1913. There are some other illustrations as well. There you got the Post Commander for 1904. Got the Post Commander for 1891. Got Austin C. Wellington, Post Commander 1887 and 88. Cool Civil War Gar book. The Grand Army of the Republic. I think that was a Civil War soldier veterans group. The Tale of Pigling Bland by Beatrix Potter. Really nice condition. That one is reprint 1941. The Story of the Monkey on a Stick. Don't think I've ever seen that title before. We got Lightfoot the Deer. We got Little Letters for Boys and Girls. And we got Tammy, a little golden book, Tammy. Let's see if that one's oh, it's a B. The first editions are marked with an A. They're hiding in the rear gutter. That one's a B. So still an early printing of that one, but not a first edition. Let's see what we got. This one came from the UK, so I would assume if it cost me 50 or 60 bucks to ship, I assume there's some maybe better books in here. What do we got? Looks like we got French, early French, La Voix des Pasteurs. That's volume 3, published in 1773. Again, just an odd French volume, but 1773. Pretty cool. Are these all French? Not that one. I don't know if this one is French as well. Nice gentleman there. Oh, and a signature. Not sure if it's signature of the author. And copyright 1951, so that one's a little more modern, but nice leather binding on it. There we go. This one's not in French. Thank goodness. The Poetical Works of Thomas More. Got a nice frontispiece portrait of him. No date. I would guess that one's from maybe the 1870s. Nice, beautiful, full leather binding on that one. Chambers Miscellany. I think there's several of these. The Miscellany of Useful and Entertaining Tracts. See, I don't see a date on that one, but that one's volume 6. Thought there was a few of those, but I only see one. Come on, title page, where are you? Okay, this one is missing the title page. But you got the frontispiece. Very cool. Again, it looks like a French book. Again, looks like another French book, 1828. monde. Is that the world? History of Greece and Italy by Duponchel, 1844. Oh, this one is nicely illustrated. Looks like there's quite a few nice plates. Again, most of these will be up on eBay here probably in about 2 weeks. eBay seller animal at 52. Yeah, I guess that would have been a set history of the world, but this one is Greece and Italy. The Citadel. The Citadel by A.J. Cronin, 1938. Again, nice leather binding on that one. The Christian Year, looks like that one's in really nice condition. Nice full leather binding. Nice gilded page edges. The Christian Year, Thoughts in Verse for Sundays and Holidays throughout the year. That one was published in 1863 in Oxford. The 19th Sunday after Trinity, when persecution's torment blaze wraps all the unshrinking martyr's head, when fade all earthly flowers and bays, when summer friends are gone and fled, is he alone in the dark, in that dark hour who owns the Lord of love and power. Nice little book of poetry. Oh, and there are some nice illustrations as well. One of the previous owners looks like left some notes. Very nice illustrations in that one, and a nice leather binding, nice condition. That one has a lot going for it. The Argosy, 1886. The Argosy, edited by Miss Henry Wood. This is volume 41, January to June, 1886. Not sure if this one has anything overly exciting. Show you the contents pages quick. Nice, hefty little leather book. All right, 2 more for this box. Looks like Peregrine Pickle. Just an odd volume. The Adventures of Peregrine Pickle. This is volume 2, published in 1759, or 1769. Nice frontispiece. Let's see if there's any other. Nope, looks like just the one illustration. But 1769, volume 2, Peregrine Pickle. All right, last one. Oh, another Peregrine Pickle. This is volume 3. Also 1769. Check out that. They got a mounted alligator on their wall. Or is it a crocodile or some kind of other monster? Not exactly sure what's going on. Check out, they got the little globe in the books there. Looks like you got a man with a couple cats on his shoulders. I'm not sure what the fuss is over there. And what is going on with that thing hanging on the wall or from the ceiling? All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 big boxes left to go. At this rate, this will be a 5-hour video. Gotta hustle here. This is a set of, I forget, it's the World's Great Classics or something like that. So we got Last of the Mohicans and Lorna Doone. Very pretty bindings. No decoration on the covers. That's unfortunate, but very pretty spines. We got Tom Brown's School Days. We got Robinson Crusoe and Vanity Fair. Again, this series I think is a little harder to find. I haven't seen too many of these. Sketchbook and Last Days of Pompeii. Great titles. We got A Tale of Two Cities by Dickens. We got Emerson's Essays and Uncle Tom's Cabin. Again, check out the bindings. Spine decorations on these are excellent. And great titles. Uncle Tom's Cabin, Emerson, Tale of Two Cities. Classics, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That looks like 10 volumes. I think there was definitely more titles in that set. But I only got 10 of them. Looks like this one also came from the UK. Oh, this is one of my favorite sets. The Newgate Calendar. Open this one up for you. The Newgate Calendar, or Malefactor's Bloody Register, containing authentic and circumstantial accounts of the lives, transactions, exploits, trials, executions, dying speeches, confessions, etc., etc., etc. Narratives of the most remarkable trials for bigamy, burglary, felony, forgery, footpad robbery, highway robbery, high treason, horse stealing, murder, petite treason, piracy, R words, that R word, not going to read it, riots, mobbing, street robbery, unnatural crimes, offenses, and misdemeanors. This is a 5-volume set, and there's tons and tons of plates. I have a set of these. Let's see, this one, there's a date. I don't see a date. I would guess this one is late 1700s, maybe as late as like 1820s. I'm not 100% sure. And there are just tons and tons of great illustrations and stories of all the criminals. Yikes. Some sort of torture going on there. The mail robbed. Got someone robbing the mail. Oh, look at that. Look at that. What's going on in the background there? That's a little morbid. Let's see. Account of Francis Brightwell and Benjamin Brightwell, who were tried for highway robbery and acquitted. Okay. As it is one possessed designed of this publication to give trials of extraordinary cases on which the parties accused have been acquitted. In compliance with this rule, we insert the following thought. Will it be seen that the supposed offenders, so far from being thieves, are an ornament of human nature? On the month of August 1724, Francis Brightwell and Benjamin Brightwell were indicted for assaulting John Pargeter on the highway and robbing him of 3 shillings. Okay. It was sworn by Mr. Pargeter that he had been robbed on the road to Hampstead by 2 fellows dressed in soldiers' clothes, and that being on the same road a few days afterwards, he was showing some farmers the spot where he had been robbed at the very time when the Brightwells came in fight, on which he declared they were persons who had robbed him, whereupon they were immediately taken into custody. You'll have to buy it if you want to know the rest of that story, but it sounds like they were innocent. Mr. Pargeter was the liar in that case, I assume. Oh, burning the woman. What was she? She was convicted of treason. Okay. Interesting. Oh, the pirate. So what happened to the pirates back in the day? William Guest, condemned for high treason, drawn on a sledge. Again, each of these volumes has a couple dozen illustrations. I think this set is complete in 5 volumes. All right, we got the Documentary History of the State of New York, Volume 3. There's some repairs to the cover hinges, but this is like the deluxe fancy. I don't think I've ever seen them with these ultra fancy leather bindings. The Documentary History of the State of New York, Volume 3, published in 1850. Let's see, I think this one has a few maps as well. Yep, there's a big old folding map right there. I'm not going to pull it out. There's another folding map. Looks like there's also some other illustrations and maps as well in this one. I think this would have been a 4-volume set. And this is just volume 3. Again, too bad I don't have the rest in the deluxe leather binding. All right, looks like another box from the UK. Got Tales of Grandfather by Sir Walter Scott, Volume 1, 1836. Looks like we got a little vellum. Sir Walter Scott's Poetical Works, Volume 2. The Lord's Prayer. The Lord's Prayer, Sermons Preached in Westminster Abbey by Frederick W. Farrar, 1893. The Cuckoo in the Robin's Nest. Nice little floral binding on that one. The Pilgrim's Progress. Looks like it has a little tear there. But a nice, pretty binding of the Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan. 40 illustrations, published in 1870. I guess I'm a little picky, but the book is 150 years old, so you got to be a little a little forgiving in the condition of a 150-year-old book. Otherwise, a pretty binding. Life's Roses. Life's Roses, a volume of selected poems. Nice color rose. Frontispiece, I don't see a date. Looks like there's lots of pretty color illustrations in this one, and some black and white illustrations as well. Nice illustrated book of poetry. I would guess 1890s. The Human on the Guard. Really pretty binding on that one. Got the shields, got the flowers, got the crown. Whoa, check out that shield in the corner. The skeleton, crossbones. The Human of the Guard, or The Merryman and His Maid by W.S. Gilbert. Color illustrations by W. Russell Flint, 1912. Nice little color frontispiece on that one. Beautiful color art. Nice binding as well. That's a good one. Five Old Friends. Five Old Friends, or A Young Prince by Miss Thackeray, 1898. The Professor at the Breakfast Table by Oliver Wendell Holmes. We got a tour of Dr. Syntax. Poetical Works of Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Memorials of Sir Francis Cantore. Not sure who he is. Memorials of Sir Francis Cantore. Oh, he's a sculptor. By John Holland. No date, but I would guess. Oh, there, the preface is dated 1851. And that's what I was going to say, 1850s. Cool book on an artist. Another Tales of Grandfathers by Sir Walter Scott. This is volume 5. Last little bundle. Then we got, looks like we got 4 more boxes. And I should be able to make this video public right away when it's done, so you all can go back and watch it if you're hopping in mid video. We got David Copperfield by Dickens. Schools and Colleges, 1872. Our Schools and Colleges, 1872 by F.S. de Carteret-Bisson. There we go. It's kind of cool. We got Cambridge. We got the University of Glasgow. We got SB's College. So it looks like just a cool 1872 guide to British colleges. We also got a bunch of ads in the back and the front as well. There we go. We got Chapman and Hall school books, specifically designed for the use of schools. We got Professor Morley's Table of English Literature. We got Practical Geometry, Linear Perspective, Definitions of Geometry, Drawing Book of the Government School of Design, English of Shakespeare, Outlines of History of the English Language. That's kind of cool. Cool book on British schools. St. Augustine's College, Canterbury. Very cool, 1872. Got a little leather book, Daniel Rock. Nothing too special about that one, I don't think. All right, 4 more boxes to go. Open sesame. Well, I'm guessing these came from the same person as one of the earlier boxes. They have a very distinct packaging system. Very secure, hurricane proof. All right, we have the American military occupation of Germany, 1945 to 1953. By Oliver J. Fredrickson, 1853. Oh, looks like that one has some cool maps in it. Nope, that's not a map. Oh, and some other illustrations as well. Oh, that's a chart. There's a map. There's a map. U.S. Training Center. Looks like Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. 1975. Just a cool yearbook. Holy buckets. I don't know how many more layers I can handle. What do we got? We got the Railroad ABC. That one's kind of cool. Nice old children's book, early 1900s. A's the Atlantic Express, speeding of the coast. Changing thither many friends of the eager host. B for baggage stowed away, handled with great care, so that when it's landed. C, catwill will none worse the wear. C is for car. The coal which they contain, some of it will soon be used to supply the train. Now, have any of you ever used the word thither? I don't think I have before. That one's cool. Cool book. Thither. Gonna have to start using that word more often. And this seller used vanilla scented garbage bags. I appreciate that. Smell delicious. There we go. We got Burro, the story of an Irish wolfhound. We got Barry, the son of Kazan. We got The Wild Dog of Edmonton by David Gray. That one's by James Oliver Curwood. That first one was by J. Allen Dunn. Motor Girls on Blue Waters by Margaret Penrose. Got the Bobbsey Twins in the Country. We got a nice little Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Most of the kids' books will probably be in the store. They're probably not exciting enough to put online. Though I do sell plenty of old kids' books on my eBay page. I think most of these so far are kind of lower end stuff. Alright, we got another Cuba book, The U.S. in War with Spain and the History of Cuba. Nice Spanish-American war book. Oh, there we go. The History of the United States in War with Spain and the History of Cuba, a thrilling account of the land and naval operations of American soldiers and sailors in our war with Spain and the heroic struggles of Cuban patriots against Spanish tyranny by Trumbull White. That one is copyright 1898. Published right after the Spanish-American War. I sold lots of copies of that one. Usually they're pretty beat up. Kind of a big book, and the bindings didn't hold up well, but that one's pretty nice. Oops. Alright, got the Flag and Soldier painting book. That one's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, missing the title page, I think. Oh, some of them have been nicely painted. That one must have came painted. Don't think oh, that's kind of cool. So they give you the what it should look like, and then you just kind of copy it. That one's pretty cool. Very nice. I like the pink horse with the purple tail. There we got a black horse and a blue soldier. Got the flag of Norway. Here we go. That one kind of has a pinkish red horse. I guess he was probably going for a reddish horse on that one. There we go. That one's not colored half bad. Neat. I like that one. Famous Bible stories. Gettysburg Battlefield Views. A little cool souvenir book. With a big, long, fold-out of different views. I'm not going to pull it out. It's probably about 30 feet long when it's all pulled out. How to operate your Air Castle radio logbook and service manual. Interesting. Radio and instrument flying instructor's manual. Cool aeronautic book. And we got the Gunter Field, Alabama Army Air Force's Basic Flying School. Kind of cool little souvenir book. Got another Gunter Field, Alabama souvenir book. All right, got 3 more boxes after this one. We're getting towards the end. Going on an hour, 12 minutes. It's been a busy week of buying books, apparently. On Monday, I'm hopefully going to look at some books over in Manitowoc. I think it's a 2-hour drive west of here. Hopefully find a couple other bookstores and different places to stop on the way there or the way back. Got a nice 2-volume set of The Jungle Book by Kipling. Again, some of these cheaper kids' books will be in the store here in Marshfield for my local customers. We got The Clue of the Coiled Cobra, and we have The Secret of Hangman's Inn. Finally getting some more viewers. Apparently everyone's waking up. Finally started this video a little early, 7:30. Got my run done nice and early. Got my shipping done before the run. Ran 4 miles, and now I'm doing my YouTube live quick. Got a nice early start on the day. Last one looks like just an odd volume of my book house. This is Through Fairy Halls. Goodness, it's a big one. Alright, this is a nice Dickens set. And thank you, whoever I bought this from, for not taping the bag shut. Charles Dickens. Here we got Great Expectations and reprinted pieces. I don't think these had dates. Oh, copyright 1910. Yep, 1910. Again, a nice nice leather binding on these Dickens. There we got Little Dorrit. Got Barnaby Rudge and Master Humphrey's Clock. Our Mutual Friend. Again, these are really nice condition. Pretty spines on those. It's a pretty little set. Bleak House. The Dickens picture book. Whoa, that one's cool. It's like just a book of the original illustrations. 466 pages of Charles Dickens illustrations. I don't think the set is complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, I don't think it's complete. It wouldn't have been an 18-volume set. It maybe would have been a 20-volume set. Nicholas Nickleby. Could have been a larger set too, but I would guess 20 volumes. We got Sketches by Boz. Christmas books. Got A Tale of Two Cities and Sketches of America and Italy. Old Curiosity Shop, Hard Times. Dombey and Son. I think I have some Dickens up on eBay right now. I think I have some leather Dickens ending here in the next couple nights. Martin Chuzzlewit. And then I'm trying to think what else I have for Dickens. I usually always have some Dickens up on my eBay page. David Copperfield. Again, I'm eBay seller Animal at 52. All of these books will probably be up for sale, except for maybe 2 or 3 of them. Dickens Companion, probably in the next week and a half, 2 weeks. Oliver Twist and A Child's History of England. I do sell a lot of Charles Dickens, so whether you're a local customer or on eBay, you can always find something. Christmas Stories by Dickens. The last one. Pickwick Papers. Trying to think which titles were not included in this set. Again, really great. I love those leather bindings on those. All right, final 2 boxes, and then I can clean up the mess on the floor. Figure out where I'm going to put all these books. Right now they're on my front counter, which does not work. I think this box came from the UK as well. Buckets kind of puzzle is this one. All right, we made it. All right, this is a partial set of The Golden Bow by Fraser. It's not complete. So here's volume 2 of the Magic Art. Here's volume 2 of the Balder the Beautiful. Very cool books on religion and occult and magic. Let's see what kind of contents this one has. The Worship of Trees. The beneficent power of spirit trees, relics of tree worship, the influence of the sexes on vegetation, the sacred marriage, marriages of gods, sacrifices to water spirits, the kings of Rome and Elba, the king's fire, the fire drill, Father Jove and Mother Vesta, the origin of perpetual fires, the succession to the kingdom of ancient Latium. Cool book on occult stuff. So yeah, I think a couple of these volumes have some staining. Definitely isn't ideal, but they do have the pretty leather bindings. Here we got the Spirits of Corn, Volume 2, and we have the Scapegoat. Let's see what the Scapegoat's all about. The Scapegoat by Sir James George Fraser, 1925. The Transference of Evil. Transference to Stones and Sticks. The Transference to Animals. The Transference to Men. The Omnipresence of Demons. The Public Expulsion of Evil. The Periodic Expulsion of Evil. Public Scapegoats. Oh, so it's about scapegoating evil spirits and demons. Very scary. The killing the god in Mexico. Very spooky stuff. Bibliography and Index, The Dying God. Again, all of these focus on religion and mythology. There's the Magic Art Volume 1. There's Aftermath. We're still looking for one of the volumes of The Spirit of Corn. Hopefully that's in this bundle. And again, the complete volume set would have been 10 volumes plus the bibliography and index. I think I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I do have 10 volumes. So I guess I'm only missing one because the bibliography would have been number 11 of the set. We got Adonis, Attis, Osiris, Volume 2, and Taboo. So I guess I do only have an odd volume of that one. And then the Spirit of Corn, I only have an odd volume. Because those would have been 2 volume sets. So we have Taboo and the Perils of the Soul by Sir James Francis Fraser, 1927. The Burden of Royalty, Royal and Priestly Taboos, Divorce of the Spiritual from the Temporal Power, The Perils of the Soul, Soul as a Mannequin, Absence and Recall of the Soul, The Soul as a Shadow and a Reflection, Taboo Acts, Taboos on eating and drinking, taboos on showing the face, taboos on quitting the house, taboos on leaving food over, tabooed persons, chiefs and kings tabooed, mourners tabooed, women tabooed, warriors tabooed, manslayers tabooed, hunters and fishers tabooed. Gosh, how many more times can I say tabooed in this video? Again, lots of really cool occult content in those books. All right, last box. This one came from Max. These Common Ground finds on eBay. Actually, I found this set on eBay. He's Common Grounds _ on Instagram. He has some really cool videos on YouTube. He interviewed me a couple months ago for a YouTube video. He's also interviewed the Book Peddler Phil and Ken Sanders and Eric Poppenfuse and all kinds of other interesting characters in the book world. So again, it's Paper Gold Podcast on YouTube. And he has a Patreon group. It's called Paper Gold, where he teaches people how to sell books online. Holy buckets, there's a lot of books in this box. That box weighed 55 pounds. And this is a big set of Waverly novels by Sir Walter Scott. Really great condition. These are from, looks like that one's 1829, 1830, 33, and 32. So 1820s, late 1820s, early 1830s. Sir Walter Scott, Waverly novels. And I think it was only, it wasn't quite a complete set. It was 40, I forget, 42 or 43 volumes maybe. And I think it originally would have been a 50 volume set. I don't know. I like buying partial sets. It's one of my favorite things to do. St. Ronan's Well and The Fortunes of Nigel. I probably should not attempt to pronounce all of these titles because I'm sure I will butcher half of them. There we got The Heart of Mythlonia. We got the Bride of Lammermoor. Again, The Fortunes of Nigel. All right, well, I'm going to call it a day. Going on an hour and a half here. This is the last box, but they are all Sir Walter Scott. You get the point. Again, most of these will be up for sale on eBay here in the next couple weeks. The Antiquary Again, The Legend of Montrose, Rob Roy, The Castle Dangerous. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And again, I will make this public here in a couple minutes. So if you want to go back and watch from the beginning, or if you missed anything, thank you very much. Again, happy Mother's Day to everyone watching, all the mothers out there. We appreciate you. And again, I will see you next Sunday morning for the next live unboxing. We'll see how my book buying trip goes tomorrow, and maybe I'll make a video about that. Hopefully buy some books. I'm excited. It's a 2.5 hour drive each way, so hopefully it's worth it, but you just never know. Actually found it on Facebook Marketplace. Someone was having a book sale on Saturday, and I couldn't make it on Saturday, so I sent him a message and saw if I could schedule a different time. So Monday afternoon is what works for both of us. All right, have a great Sunday, everyone.